pretty stressful. 3 cop cars came up behind us, and there's like 6 cops surrounding us, and all the windows had to be rolled down.
It was July 1st, and Denise Huntsman and her children had just come from purchasing fireworks at the Moapa Band of Paiute store.
The security guard at the front entrance guided us to that section because I said, I only want to buy legal fireworks.
But seconds after leaving the store, they were stopped on I-15 by Metro officers who confiscated the family's purchases, leaving them with a $500 citation.
I felt so defeated that this had happened and that this could happen that I decided that I was going to reach out to you, especially after seeing that segment with the teacher.
She's talking about second grade teacher Errol Aiken. He shared his story with me after he and his daughters bought items they were told were legal from the Phantom Fireworks store in Pahrump. They too got stopped by Metro, ticketed, and had their purchase confiscated within minutes of leaving the store.
They informed me they had plainclothes officers. And I said, well, great. If you had a plainclothes officer there, they would have noticed that I was asking employees, is it legal? Is it legal? Is it legal? They didn't, no comment to that with the police officer, but then I thought, why did they let me go out of the store if I was clearly identifying and asking, is this legal?
The bringing of illegal fireworks into our community is something that we are not going to tolerate.
Metro says only safe and sane fireworks are allowed in Clark County, and that's what the Huntsman and Aiken families thought they bought. I asked Under Sheriff Andy Walsh about what our viewers called overzealous enforcement, staging officers in Moapa and Pahrump to surveil and cite Las Vegas locals who believe they're following the law.
The stuff that's sold in other counties is not legal. Don't bring it back.
That's no matter what it is, even a sparkler.
I can't speak, Darcy, about a particular thing like a sparkler. I don't know about that incident. I have the people here that will look into that for me. I promise you that.
Metro did look into it, saying their officers did nothing wrong. But Denise and Errol both refused to give up the fight, requesting hearings to contest their citations. We went with Denise to her hearing August 7th, where we were allowed to observe, but the county would not let us bring in a camera. Here's what we learned while sitting in on that hearing. Metro officer Jose Garcia testified that he was part of a group of officers getting paid overtime to do fireworks enforcement. In Moapa, they had an undercover officer conducting surveillance, watching Denise make her purchase, watching where she put the bag in her car, and then radioing other officers who then stopped her on I-15.
Why wouldn't they inform me that what I was doing was illegal? Why wouldn't they make it right before? Just felt like entrapment a little bit.
The hearing officer questioned Metro about whether the officers who stopped Denise asked for permission to search her car. Officer Garcia admitted they did not, saying they seized her purchase because the items, quote, were contraband, end quote.
Probably the most eye-opening thing out of this entire experience is that there's not clarity.
Deputy Fire Chief Wayne Daly explained in the hearing that only 2 brands of fireworks are legal in Clark County: Phantom, whose fireworks Errol Aiken purchased in Pahrump, and TNT. The only consumer fireworks allowed in Clark County are those that have been tested and approved locally, even if the products are made by the same manufacturers.
I feel like anyone I've talked to had no idea that this was actually the law.
Adding to the confusion, this press release published by the county on June 26th. It says the best way to ensure fireworks are legal is to buy them from TNT or Phantom fireworks stands operated by local nonprofit groups. Note that it says the best way. It does not say the only way. The release also says any fireworks purchased from other jurisdictions, including those with a safe and sane label, are likely to be illegal. Likely illegal is not the same as are illegal. So mixed messages from Metro, from the Clark County Fire Department. They think that the public is getting a clear message, and you're saying, oh no, we're not.
Yeah, we're not getting a clear message. It's very confusing. It's safe and sane are legal, but safe and sane outside of Clark County are not legal. Phantom fireworks and TNT fireworks are legal, but if you buy them outside of Clark County, they're illegal.
Moapa's tribal administrator sent Denise this letter after she and I worked together for over a month to get responses from various agencies. In the letter, Tribal Administrator Chris Pasco wrote, "I understand that there may have been a lack of understanding regarding the fireworks you purchased."
They actually offered to pay my citation and to pay for the fireworks that were taken from me.
Pasco wrote that he'd continue conversations with neighboring governments and agencies to ensure these types of misunderstandings don't happen in the future. As for the hearing to contest her citation, Denise will have to wait until September for a decision from the administrative hearing officer.
It's ridiculous.
Errol Aiken, the teacher who bought fireworks in Pahrump, chose at the last minute not to attend his hearing because after we reached out to Phantom multiple times on his behalf, they finally offered him a full refund for his purchase and for the $500 citation. A Phantom corporate vice president told me this is a learning opportunity for them and that they plan to make changes in their Pahrump showroom to avoid this from happening in the future. While the businesses are making their customers whole, there's another issue at play here: Metro's tactics, which have drawn fire from leaders and law enforcement in the neighboring jurisdictions. As I previously reported, Nye County Sheriff Joe McGill told me he personally asked Metro Sheriff Kevin McMahill to stop placing undercover officers in Pahrump, that after receiving complaints from customers, fireworks shops, attorneys, and the Nye County manager. Moapa's tribal administrator was equally upset with Metro's covert surveillance, calling it unethical, dirty police tactics, and confirming that Metro does not have permission to operate on the reservation. He's asked McMahill for a meeting to discuss all this, and we plan to follow up on the results. I'm Darcy Spears, telling you what's the deal.